Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another exciting edition of KobraCasts. I'll be your host, DrKobra. Anyways, today we've got a game that I just played literally 5 minutes ago or something. So basically I'm going to cast one of my own games, and this is mostly because I don't have any replays right now that you guys have sent me to cast. Well, I have a couple, but they're pre-patch 1.1 and get some weird frame rate issues, kind of like I'm getting right now for no apparent reason. Although it looks like it's stabilized, so hopefully that won't happen again. So this is just to get some more content out in case anybody out there is watching, and kind of to get a reminder out to you guys to send any of your interesting replays to me at KobraCasts@gmail.com. So I can cast them, have stuff, so I can be able to get content out for you guys. So anyways, this game is going to be between DrKobra, the red Protoss, and Syano. I want to go with Syano. The blue Terran on Metalopolis, which is one of my favorite maps, actually. So nothing fancy at first. You know, both players sending out a scout at pretty close to the same time. Both scouting the wrong directions. This is going to be cross positions on Metalopolis, which a lot of times can lead to some really macro-heavy, long games. So we'll see how that turns out in this one. I've been trying to do a little bit more ladder lately. I haven't actually been laddering for a while. So, you know, maybe try to get my rank up. You know, maybe top 20 in my division. Who knows? Maybe top 10. We'll see how far I can get. Anyways, yeah, the really standard timing from me. Looks like really standard timing from him. Except maybe he's waiting a little bit longer on that orbital command than you see most people do. There he goes, coming down at 17. Not too late. A lot of times you see it at 15. So, yeah, nothing particularly interesting right now. Looks like I am going for the cybernetics core, not going to do any like early 2-gate pressure. Throwing down a second gas fairly early. And over here, Syano is going with his second barracks, getting a couple Marines out to defend his front. And I said that because he walled my probe in and I couldn't get out, so it killed me. He's a jerk. Anyways. Supply depot, yeah, super interesting. So he does have this SCV down at the watchtower, which is nice, but if I'm not mistaken, the pathing, if he was to take any of his units, box them, and just A-move towards my base, his units will come down this road, which is right next to where his SCV is, whereas if I box click my guys and A-move, then they'll go up this road right here, so he wouldn't miss us with this watchtower. I think that's correct. Oh yeah, and down from me we've got the robotics facility coming in. This is one of my favorite builds. I think it's one of the more versatile Protoss builds. So gateway, cybernetics core, and robotics facility. Looks like getting out a sentry just in case. I didn't get to scout very much in this base, so just in case he tries some early aggression, hopefully be able to hold him out with the sentry. Although I just canceled it so I could get the gas to get out this observer first. And the sentry will be coming along shortly. Meanwhile, back in Syano's base, he is getting a factory and an engineering bay. So he does have stim pack on the way, a couple marauders, so you know, a pretty common or a super common early game mix for the Terran. Let's see what he's going to do with this factory. And nothing. Just kind of has a factory. Not doing anything with the engineering bay either, so we'll see why he got that out. So I do have warp gate almost finished. I have 2 gateways out. And getting a third, for me, once I get this, I really get the robotics out to get this observer out really quickly. And then past that, I don't always go robotics, which is why I definitely get a third gate to try to keep my money down. know if you always hear if you're constantly producing out of your robo, you can only support 2 gateways. But I don't, not always constantly producing. So I'm scouting around in his base. I found his army, saw his buildings, and looks like I'm just gonna kind of camp and see where his army's gonna move. He's getting a reactor out on that factory, but you know, Hellion's kind of late for Hellion, so probably just gonna switch this starport in this factory up. And throwing down a missile turret and another missile turret. If I'm not paying attention, I will lose this observer as soon as this missile turret comes online. And yep, there's the switch with the starport in the factory, so probably going to see medevacs, I would imagine, coming out soon. Myself, I scouted out his bio army. I did see the starport switch, so didn't see any siege tanks or anything like that on the way, so I decided to go for a Colossus. He does have combat shields on the way. So it looks like I'm pressing out, pretty confident that my army can hold off his army right now. Going to be able to expand, hopefully before him, and get up a little economic macro advantage. This factory just kind of floating around, blocking my view, being annoying. And yes, I was not paying enough attention to my observer and did lose him as soon as this missile turret came up. So to try to get a scout out, I'm going to try to come take this watchtower. So I should be able to know when he's going to come attack. And these guys are just going to hang out and party with each other for a little bit. You know. Anyways, first Colossus is coming out. I am main-arting some probes over to that new expansion, throwing down some gas, because Colossus are very gas-heavy, especially because I need this thermal lance upgrade. Doing pretty well on the macro, keeping the money fairly low, not super low, but I think I'm about to warp in some units here. And let's see what's going on in the Syano space. He does have 3 medevacs out already and getting 2 more, which is a lot for this size army. So we'll see if he's going to do anything fun with that. He's sending a Marine out to take back this watchtower. And my poor probe, and the probe goes down. So I have supply block myself because I am absolutely awesome at this game. So macro is going to be slipping a little bit right now. If we look at the income tab, my income is a good deal better than his, although my harvester count is not all that great compared to his, but I do have the extra mineral patches to mine from. So definitely need to work on that, getting more harvesters out. And let's see, he does have 7 medevacs here. And looks like he was thinking about some mega doom drama. But changed his mind, so we'll see what he's gonna do. That is a lot of medevacs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I do have 2 forges on the way. Going to try to get some upgrades, and we'll have a chance throwing down these other 2 gateways. Now that I've got this expansion up and running, I am starting to pull away in harvester count. So I'm up 8 harvesters, but those stupid mules are keeping them right up there with me. Got my second Colossus out, thermal range on the way, not finished yet, but feeling kind of confident right now, even though I haven't actually seen his army composition or anything in a while. So it looks like he has loaded up and he is going for a massive doom drop. And are these armies gonna find each other? Oh, he goes just outside of my view. I'm not gonna see this. My army is not in my base. If he does drop in my base, I am going to be way out of position. So these medevacs are skirting around while my forces are kind of moving forward. Looks like they're waiting for this pylon to come in and get a couple more units warped in here. And here comes the drop. Here comes the drop. Looks like they're going to drop right on top of this shiny new Twilight Count.